In this video, we'll show you how to create and edit master router travelers in JobMaster. You can create a master router traveler for a part so that when you create a router traveler for the part, the materials, operations, and inspections that are required to manufacture the part are automatically included, so that you don't have to enter them each time you create a router traveler for that part. To use the Master Router Traveler section of JobMaster, click on the Create Master Router Traveler button on the main menu. This opens up the list of Master Router Travelers. Each Master Router Traveler in the list is identified by its part number, its part name, and two optional ID codes as well. At the right side of the window, there's a panel which contains some controls which you can use to search for a Master Router Traveler. You can search for a Master Router Traveler by providing the part number or the part name of the part which the Master Router Traveler is for. To search by part number, click in the small circle labeled Part Number, and to search by part name, click in the small circle labeled Part Name. If you choose to search by part number, type the part number in the yellow box within the panel, and if you chose to search by part name, type the part name into the yellow box. Now press the Return key. If there is a Master Router Traveler in the list for a part with the part number or the part name which you entered, it will be selected. You can also search for a Master Router Traveler by scanning a barcode label for the part which corresponds with the Master Router Traveler you want to find. To do this, click in the box labeled Locate by Barcode, then scan the barcode and press the Return key. Notice that there are also 4 buttons below the list of Master Router Travelers with arrow-like symbols on them. Going from left to right, the first button selects the Master Router Traveler at the top of the list. The second button selects the Master Router Traveler right above the one that is currently selected. The third button selects the Master Router Traveler right below the one that is currently selected. And the fourth button selects the Master Router Traveler at the bottom of the list. To create a new Master Router Traveler, click on the New button near the bottom left corner of the window. A new window will open. The first thing you must do at this window is choose the part for which you want to create the new Master Router Traveler. This is done by selecting the part which you want to create the new Master Router Traveler for from the drop-down list labeled Part Number. Each part in the Part Number drop-down list is identified by its part number and by its name. Once you've chosen the part which you want to create the Master Router Traveler for from the part number drop-down list, you can begin creating the new Master Router Traveler. A Master Router Traveler in JobMaster consists of 5 sections: the materials and parts which are used to manufacture the part, a series of steps which are called operations in JobMaster, which specify how to manufacture the part, a subset of those steps which consists of all of the steps which involve inspecting something, which are called inspections in JobMaster, a series of graphics which are used in manufacturing the part. Lastly, 4 fields with customizable labels which you can provide additional information about the Master Router Traveler in. We'll discuss how to enter information into each section. Also, each of the sections of the Master Router Traveler is optional. To enter the materials and parts which are used to manufacture the part, click on the Material Description tab. However, this tab is automatically opened if you've just entered the window where you create a new Master Router Traveler, so you will not have to click it. Under the Material Description tab, there is a list of all of the materials and parts used to manufacture the part. As you can see here, the list of materials and parts is empty because we've not entered any materials or parts as yet. To enter a new material or part into the list, click on the New Material button. Notice that a drop-down list appears under the Material Number column in the list. Use this drop-down list to select the item number of the material or part you want to add to the list. Notice that when you select the material or part, the description of the material or part you selected is shown to the left under the Description column. Now, enter the quantity that's needed of the material or part under the Quantity column. To enter additional materials or parts, click on the New Material button again and follow the same procedure. If you want to delete a material or part from the list, click on it and then click on the Delete Material button. To enter the series of steps which specify how to manufacture the part, which are called operations in Job Master, click on the Operations tab. Under the Operations tab, there is a list of all the operations that are on the Master Router Traveler. This list is empty right now because we haven't entered any operations. To enter a new operation, click on the New Operation button. Then select the code of the operation from the drop-down list under the Operation Code Number drop-down list. To the left, under the Sequence Number column, enter what step this is. For example, if it is the first step, enter 1. Under the Description or Method column, you'll see the word Memo with the initial M in either uppercase or lowercase. If the M is in uppercase, that means there is a description for the operation. And if it's in lowercase, that means there is no description for the operation. To edit the description for the operation, or enter a description if there isn't one, double-click on the word Memo. This will open a small window where you can edit the existing description or create a new one. Click on the OK button when you're finished. To the right of the Description or Method column, there are two more columns called Department and Notes. You enter the department where the operation takes place under the Department column, and you enter any additional notes you want to add under the Notes column. If you want to delete an operation from the list, click on it and then click on the Delete Operation button. As mentioned earlier, some of the operations may be inspections. To see the full list of inspections on the Master Router Traveler, click on the Inspections tab. Here you can see the full list of inspections. You can also include a series of graphics on the Master Router Traveler. If you click on the Graphic tab, this will open up a list of graphics that are on the Master Router Traveler. The list shown here is empty because we have not yet entered graphics. To enter the first graphic, simply click on the cell under the Graphic Number field and type a number to identify the graphic by. You can also include numbers, letters, and punctuation marks in the graphic number. Then double-click on the cell under the Graphic Path column, just to the right of the cell where you typed the graphic number. This will open up a window where you can locate the graphic on your hard drive. Job Master supports 3 formats for the image file for your logo: bitmap, GIF, and JPEG. After you've selected the graphic, it will display under the Graphic tab. To enter additional graphics, click on the cell under the Graphic Path column for the graphic at the bottom of the list, and then press the Enter or Return key. Now enter the graphic number and choose the file name with the graphic you want to add, as described earlier. Finally, there are also 4 fields on this window where you can enter additional information on the Master Router Traveler. These fields are special because you can give them custom names. To enter the names for these fields, click on the Customize Captions button to open up a window where you can enter the names for the fields. When you've finished entering the information for the Master Router Traveler, click on the OK button to save it, or click on the Cancel button to cancel. You can also edit a Master Router Traveler. To edit a Master Router Traveler, click on the Router Traveler you want to edit at the window which lists the Master Router Travelers. Then click on the Edit button. At this window, you can make changes to the Master Router Traveler. You can also print reports, which show the materials and parts on the Master Router Traveler, the operations on the Master Router Traveler, or the inspections on the Master Router Traveler. To print one of these reports, click on either the Material Description, Operations, or Inspections tabs, and then click on the Print button associated with that tab. When you're done making changes to the Master Router Traveler, click on the OK button to save your changes. If you don't want to make any changes, click on the Cancel button instead. You can also print a list of all the Master Router Travelers by clicking on the Print button at the window which lists all of the Master Router Travelers. Click on the Close button to exit from the window which lists all of the Master Router Travelers and return to the Job Master main menu.